topic is from biostatistics subject. Our topic is central tendency. In this, let us see about measures of central tendency. The statistical data may be in any form, that is individual, discrete series or continuous series. To compare two or more series of observations, we must find a representative figure for the data. The figure about which all the remaining figures are gathered will be the representative figure. This is also called measure of central tendency. That to compare any two or more series of observations, we definitely need a representative figure for which the representative figure will become the value in which all the other figures are gathered. There are some characteristic features of a good measure. They are: it should be simple to understand, it should be easy to calculate, it should be rigidly defined, it should be based on each and every observation. It should also have sampling stability, it should not be affected by extreme values. It should be capable of further algebraic treatment. There are three such measures which we are going to learn in this lesson. First one is arithmetic mean. The arithmetic mean of a given set of observations is the ratio of sum of all the observations to the total number of observations. Mu is used to represent arithmetic mean for a population. In statistics, a population is the entire pool from which a statistical sample is drawn. A population may refer to an entire group of people, objects, events, hospital visits, or measurements. A population can thus be said to be an aggregate observation of subjects grouped together by a common feature. X bar is used to represent arithmetic mean for a sample. A sample refers to a smaller, manageable version of a large group, that is population. It is a subset containing the characteristics of a larger population. Samples are used in statistical testing when population sizes are too large for the test to include all possible members or observations. In measuring arithmetic mean, we have three cases. Case 1. Case 1 is measuring the arithmetic mean for a series of observations or series of data. In this case, arithmetic mean is calculated as arithmetic mean is equal to sum of all observations by total number of observations. Let us see an example problem. Let us see the question. Find the arithmetic mean of 3, 6, 5, 8, 6, 11, 13, 12, 7, 19. In this question, we have a series of observations. So, we have to solve this sum in case 1. Here, n is equal to total number of observations, that is 10 observations are there. Apply all the given data in the formula. Arithmetic mean is equal to x bar is equal to sum of observations by total number of observations. We get 90 by 10, that is equal to 9. Therefore, arithmetic mean is equal to 9. In this way, we have to solve the problem in which the data is present in series. Now let us see case 2. In case 2, arithmetic mean is calculated for discrete series of data. Here, arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fx by sigma f. Here, sigma f means sum of all the frequencies observed, and sigma fx means the sum of all the products of each and every observation and their frequency. Now let us see an example sum. The question is, calculate average wage paid per worker from the data given below. Now let us solve this sum in case 2 model. Here we have to calculate the product of each and every observation with its corresponding frequency. Now we have to calculate the sum of all the frequencies and sum of all the products of observation and frequency. Now we have to substitute all the values in the given formula. After calculating, we get 796 rupees. Therefore, the average wage paid per worker is 796 rupees. Now let us see about case 3. Arithmetic mean for continuous series of data is calculated by the below formula. X bar is equal to sigma fm by sigma f, where m is the midpoint. Let us see an example problem. Here question is find the arithmetic mean for the following data. In this case, we have to calculate the midpoint of the class interval given. After calculating the midpoint, we have to calculate the product of frequency and corresponding midpoint. We have to calculate the sigma f also, that means sum of all the frequencies. Now let us substitute all the values in the given formula. X bar is equal to sigma fm by sigma f, that is equal to 716 by 86. By calculating this, we get 8.0449. Therefore, the arithmetic mean of given observations is 8.0449. Now let us see the merits and demerits of the arithmetic mean. Coming to the merits, it is rigidly defined so that different interpretations by different persons are not possible. It is easy to understand and easy to calculate. It is considered as more representative of distribution as it takes all values into consideration. It is possible to calculate even in absence of some data. It is less affected by fluctuations of sampling. It provides good basis for comparison. Now coming to the demerits of the arithmetic mean. It cannot be determined by inspection nor by graphically. Not suitable to study the qualitative phenomenon due to non-numerical measurements. It is very much affected by extreme values. This is all about arithmetic mean. By this we are concluding the topic arithmetic mean. In the next video we will see about median. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.